Good morning, boys and girls. We're so glad you joined us again for another Bible story. We're not at church again this week. We're still at home, but we're so glad you could join us on video. And this week we have another story for you. It's a story about a young boy by the name of Joash. Joash had a family that loved him so much, just like you do. He had a daddy who happened to be the king and a mommy who happened to be the queen. That's pretty cool. And he had an auntie who loved him and an uncle who loved him and a grandma who loved him so much. And it was Joash's birthday. And they came to celebrate. They had lots of good food and they laughed and clapped and sang and had a great time. Just like when you have a birthday and you have so much fun with people singing happy birthday to you and getting presents. But one day, not too long after that birthday party, something happened. Some bad men came and took mommy and daddy away, and grandma and uncle, and it was just auntie took little boy Joash far away. She took him to priest Jehoiada. Priest Jehoiada took little boy Joash and took him into the temple. And while he was in the temple, he kept him safe from all the bad men that were out there. And as he was in the temple, auntie would come and check on him, and little boy Joash would play games in the temple. Priest Jehoiada would teach him. He would use his Bible scroll, and he would teach Joash about all the things in the Bible, just like your mommies and daddies teach you when they read you Bible stories at home or they do your Bible lesson. They read you those stories, and he learned just like you can learn. But Joash got bigger and bigger and bigger, and one day Priest Jehoiada said, "It is time." Joash wondered, what was it time for? "Well," said Priest Jehoiada, "it is time for you to be king." King, when Joash was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, he became king of the land. The people were so excited, they came out in crowds to see their new king, King Joash. And they came around, and there were soldiers there to keep him safe, and they walked him through the streets, and he went to his new home in the palace. You can see the roof of it just over here. And he said, "Oh, my home is beautiful. I've been living in the temple all these years." And there was something unusual about the temple. If you look over here, what do you see? Does that look very nice? No, it was crumbly and it was broken down. And Joash said, "I'm going to live in a big, beautiful house." But God's house isn't taken care of. So he said to all the people who came to hear, he said, "You need to help us build up God's house." And so he had them get a money box, and they set it out there by the temple, by those old crumbly walls, bits of wall, where he had been living all those years. And the people came, and they brought money. And they brought the money and they put it in the money chest, and soon there were piles of money all around. And with it, they were able to fix the walls of God's house. Now, was Joash able to do that all by himself? No, he wasn't. He needed the help of everyone. And when everyone works together as a team, everything goes more smoothly. So when you're home with your mommy and daddy this week, work as a team. Be helpful. "Yes, mommy. Yes, daddy. What can I do to help?" Be like little boy Joash and be a helper this week. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.